My name is Simon Margolis. I am the Associate CTO for AI and ML here at SADA. I really want to call out a number of areas that we're seeing a lot of activity in across our customer base. Number one, and what's most exciting to me, is the concept of democratizing AI technology. Only a few years ago, if you wanted to dive deep into AI or ML technologies, you really needed to be an expert in your field. You needed to either be an expert with the data behind the problems that you're solving for, manipulating, manicuring that data, but also on the underlying frameworks required to build machine learning models to get you the output you needed. This meant expertise around TensorFlow, around PyTorch, around the underlying compute requirements as well, things like the GPUs and TPUs required to support those types of workloads. And you really needed to spend a lot of time in the weeds, in the engineering efforts to get those outcomes. Well, fast forward to today, a lot has changed. And as a result, there's a lot of amazing tools that make the lives of our ML engineer or data scientists better. But there's also a lot that can be accomplished when you don't have a background in those spaces. And so, for example, if you're a marketer, or if you're an accountant, or if you're a salesperson, you can get a lot of value out of AI where only a few months ago, you may not have had the ability to interface with those tools or to get that type of insight or value. So the concept of democratizing this technology and making it available to really everybody, regardless of your level of technical sophistication, is something that we're really excited about. And it's always a pleasure to work with Google, who really are championing this concept of democratization and accessibility for the underlying AI. That's a really interesting major area, and we're going to explore a lot more of that as time goes on. Another really interesting area inside of Google Cloud is the concept of Vertex as a holistic AI platform. We see a lot of solutions out there in the market that do amazing things. Many of them, however, are really a point solution. They kind of live in one domain or in one area. What's exciting about Vertex, and this really goes in line with what we were talking about with democratization of AI, Vertex is a holistic platform that spans everything from you're a non-technical user, you've got documents, you want to analyze those documents, get generative AI insights out of them, all the way through to you're a machine learning expert, you need to have a better culture of ML ops, or you need more efficient pipelines for your machine learning models, and everything in between is all under one roof. And what's really exciting about that, and what we're finding from again, talking to hundreds of customers around their use cases, is we're finding that typical use cases, the actual outcome to the business, is a combination of different technologies. It's not a matter of saying, great, we've got one generative AI model, we've solved all the world's problems, or every problem we have requires building a bespoke machine learning model from scratch. The reality is somewhere in the middle. And so we see a lot of use cases now that take advantage of different components of Vertex, but again, have the benefit of all that being under one roof, shared data sets across different models and different use cases. And it really enables, again, everybody from the non-technical user all the way to the experienced machine learning engineer to be more efficient with their workloads. So what does that actually look like at the end of the day? It looks like an application that says, hey, I want to know if this customer that just had a support phone call with us is going to be a repeat customer or not. And we can ask it some questions. We can say, well, did the customer explicitly say, look, I don't like your business, I don't want to work with you ever again? Then if they did, okay, some machine learning models, large language models, things like that can easily answer that question and say, look, the customer said they don't want to work with you again. But what if the customer doesn't say anything like that? What if they don't say, we really loved you or we really disliked you? They don't say anything that indicates whether they'll be a repeat customer. Well, that's when we might want to invoke a more traditional machine learning approach. We might want to say, look, we've trained a model on all the support conversations that we've had over the years. We know if they were repeat customers or if they were not. So you know what? If our large language model can't easily answer that question, let's refer that problem to a model that we built, get that answer, send that back. And again, we have this one seamless interface for a person to use without having to go into the weeds of, do I use this model or that model? Do I build something? Do I train something? You just have a holistic platform to do whatever it is that you need to do. And we found that to be really, really exciting for a lot of our customers. And the third area that's really exciting is simply the breadth of use cases that the Vertex platform is enabling for our customers. Again, I don't mean to knock on chatbots. Chatbots are awesome. But that's not the end of everything inside of the AI ecosystem. There's so much more that can be done there. And so you look at things like Google's Vertex Conversation AI, wonderful platform for doing chatbot workflows with your data for your enterprise, for your business, and for your customers. But there's a lot more there. For example, Vertex Search is an amazing place where you can use plain language to search complex data sets, whether that's structured data, unstructured data. Really bring your data, and you can have these amazing search experiences, which really does a lot to replace the way business used to be done, which is, look, I know George at the end of the hallway. He knows where all of our marketing assets are. And if I need that, I can just ping him. And maybe if he's available, he'll respond to me and send me the content that I need. Now I have a concept of Vertex Search. I can talk to my virtual George and ask him where I can get the content that I need. And I'm just going to get it right away without having to worry too much around bugging anybody else in the business. And so those are just examples, the types of diverse use cases that we're seeing. But there's a whole lot out there that's all enabled by these different tools, technologies, and really just platforms under the Google Cloud umbrella. Last thing I want to leave you all with is please stay tuned to this channel. There's going to be a whole lot more that we get into as time goes on. We're going to talk about some specific use cases. We're going to go into case studies. We're going to talk about a lot of the real fun stuff that the boots on the ground are seeing with real customers. And I look forward to diving into that in the weeks to come. In the meantime, there's a bunch of awesome links below this video that you should check out for ways that you can engage with us today and get started on making these things real. And so we can go from sort of science fiction to real value to your business in pretty short order. Let's have a conversation about how we can do that soon. Thanks so much.